Welcome back to Operations from Void. This is your host, Forgotten Void, and this week we are doing a special. We're going through the public test server, and we're seeing what is available on the public test server for the coming up new operations that will be appearing in the patch next month. In this case, where it's Operation D-Day, it's the invasion of Operation D-Day, we're going to use the Agon Corps. I have looked in and I saw that you need big guns for the forts and you need small guns for the torpedo boats, and you need depth charges, ship-based depth charges for the minefields. Now, Iron Court fills two of those roles with the big guns and the secondaries. However, she doesn't have ship-based depth charges, so she won't be able to fulfill that role. We will use a different ship that fulfills two of the roles in the second battle. So we're going to start off with Agon Corps. We're also doing this because she's a tier 5, and with tier 5s I'm not sure how well they will work, and it's best to try a low tier ship in a new op so you can see how the low tiers work. Because of course the high tiers, they're going to perform better, but the low tiers on the other hand, you don't know if they're going to be decent or bad. And so this is an actual test. Next battle we'll go with a higher tier ship, just to see the difference between the two. Now, as you see on public test server, battleships are popular. Battleships are generally the popular class. And now, since it's just destroyers, cruisers, and battleships, battleships are likely to be the more popular class. So if you do go onto the public test server, you're probably going to get into a match faster if you bring a destroyer or a cruiser. Submarines and aircraft carriers are not allowed in the match because they were not in the... I believe, neither were participating in Operation D-Day. Now, if this becomes a yearly thing, every year around D-Day we get this operation, that would be nice, like a yearly recurring thing. I would be happy if they did that. Now, notice, compared to the others, like, if you bring a cruiser destroyer, you're already getting a ship, and I guess maybe bringing a tier 5 battleship kind of doesn't help. If you really want to bring a battleship in, and you have a friend, easy way to jump ahead of the queue is one person brings a battleship, the other, at least one person in your division brings a non-battleship, and that will put you in front of the queue because you fill a slot that isn't a battleship. And this doesn't just work with in here, this works with any kind of system that has a queue, and especially when battleships are so very popular. So like even the asymmetric battles that are happening right now, if at least one person is bringing a non-battleship, it will bring you faster into the queue because the battleships are more popular in asymmetric battles. The reason being is they survive longer. When all the ships generally target whoever they can face broadside, it's the more viable ships that last. Okay, so I see Renown 44, which I heard is a good ship. Fiji, I heard is a good ship. Helena, I'm not so sure about. Helena, Surrey, and Pensacola, I'm not so sure about. And Helena isn't bad. Now we only have the one order. Our depth charges do more blast radius. I believe they don't actually affect the mines, though. I think that was a change made because so that mines actually affect people. Or maybe it's just an oversight. But mines haven't affected depth charges for a couple patches now. Okay, so this is interesting. It's night, like, so it has the night scenery, like Cherry Blossom, but you don't have the buffs that are applied to Knight like they are with Cherry Blossom. So we are detected. That means something's within. Oh. Shuttle boat. Ooh, there's a shuttle boat. Go, my secondaries. My main guns are facing over here. Yep, the secondaries. They are nice. Okay, so that's why you need the DPM for the waves of shuttle boats. Torpedo boats. These are small craft. Oh, what's the game? Battle Stations Midway. Battle Stations Midway, you start off piloting a torpedo boat, patrol boat. And then you work your way up into commanding fleets in a real-time strategy mode. And that is the game I played before World of Warships. That's when I heard they were coming up with World of Warships, I was really happy about that. I think it played that game, I think it'd be similar. But they were actually pretty different because at least with that one, you got to manually control all of any armament you want, and then whichever armaments you were not controlling were automatically controlled. So like if you were controlling the AA guns, your main battery were auto firing. Less accurately than you would be firing, but still firing. If you were controlling, and the main battery was actually tied with the secondary battery. So you could fire and fire and fire. Like, so you would fire your secondary battery while your main battery was still loading. But yeah, so World of Warships is very different, and so that's one thing I noticed. Okay, let's see. Minefield. What a... See if those do anything. Nope. It looks like we're going to have to wiggle our way through. Let's see if we can... So by going out like that, I am trying to increase the range that will actually target. No, I didn't actually hit where I was aiming. That's the thing, when they're up on the mountain, you need to aim up for them to actually hit. We're going to see with a high explosive first before we swap to armor piercing. We're using our secondaries on the... oh, looks like we're going to take some torpedoes. Okay. Oh, destroy mines with depth charges. see if that works. Oh, they do work. They just have such a low blast radius, you're barely destroying any mines. So you're just to run through them. Oh, that one didn't go. Okay, it seems like Helena's trying to help me out, even though there's no mines. I see shots coming from there. We are going to shoot whatever is over there. Ah. A non-pen. Maybe armor piercing is better. Probably. Ah, coastal guns. Now they're showing up. I guess the brighter it gets, the further in you can see. Yeah, you need armor piercing. You need the high caliber armor piercing for these. Hostile destroyers. That must be what's coming from behind. Destroyer is an interesting name. Was actually torpedo boat destroyer. Oh, the coastal guns have so much HP. They really need bombardment. But anyways, yeah, they were torpedo boat destroyers, and so that's why they would actually be really good in this map, is because that was their main job, was to destroy torpedo boats. And they're necessary to handle and help with the screening the battleships. Well, primary tasks are done. And I guess you go back to the area to complete the mission. Okay, we got a coastal gun just by blind firing it. Okay, I see all the coastal guns now. So I guess as a battleship, it doesn't really matter where you go, as long as you get to a point where you can shoot the coastal guns. You can see how Renown 44 is really nice because it's fast, has good secondaries, and accurate main batteries. So if you have Renown 44, it's probably a good choice to use. Iron Court is nice, she's just slow. So as you can see, she's just slow. because we're not able to go back and help with the landing ships. We're not fast enough. By the time we're there, we get there, the destroyers and the Chinook boats will all be dead. So we're going to focus on what we can. And so I'm going to use the... Well, was going to use the mini-map. We're going to touch a mine to see how much damage they actually do. Oh, you get pretty close to them and they don't explode. Look at that. Look how close we are to them. Just nothing. Oh. We lost something. Okay, now to actually hit one. 5K? Okay. And they could possibly set a flooding. Okay. So, seems that, yeah, unless you get an absolute direct hit with the no, it looks like we're gonna die too. Unless we get this heal off. Oh. Okay, well, we completed the main task. So, even though we lost to getting the secondaries, we get time to do the secondaries, even if you lose all your ships, as long as you do the main task is decent. Okay. That, okay. So let's get a faster ship, more guns, and can actually take care of depth charges. We go with the Flint. I don't have an Atlanta. I would use an Atlanta. Atlanta's probably better because it has radar, and you need the radar for the Chinook boats. Make sure I have Def A because there are, yeah, because there are plenty of planes too. So yeah, the Atlanta's better because it has radar. But if you don't have Atlanta, Flint is free if you have coal. Sims is also probably pretty good as an actual destroyer. Atlanta and Flint are destroyer leaders. So that we're okay. So every single game is going to pop up with that screen. That might be a little bit annoying if you like spamming this. But if you do spam in different crews or different ships, then I could see it might be helpful. But if you're doing the same ship over and over, then yeah, that could be annoying. You have a short period at the start of each battle to change the classified and classified buffs. So, knowing what we did last time, what we're probably going to do is loop that around. Or I guess we can try... We can try just going straight for the airfield. Let's try that. Because the airfield wants high explosive, and we have high explosive DPM. We can't do the other things. But yeah, we can go straight for the airfield. Oh, fast little buggers. Tiny too.
Torpedoes astern.
Well, hello there.
Enemy destroyer foundered. Enemy heavily damaged.
Haha! One hit is heavily damaged. Huh? Where do you get one? Oh. Hello there.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
Okay, we cleared that one. Yeah, so you definitely need this ship-based ASW. If you don't have it, then you're not going to be clearing minefields.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
I might as well
Smoke generator
start
started.
smoking up here as we attempt to get closer while clearing up this minefield, because the shore batteries are targeting us. And this will also give us time to load our mine clearing depth charges.
Smoke screen set. full alert.
Let's see if we can spawn anything here. The invisible... Yeah. Invisible forts, that's not fun. I would like to be able to see them if they're shooting at me.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Okay. This looks to be the aerodrome. Ah. Found the aerodrome somewhere. They're calling them destroyers, even though they're absolutely not destroyers. Okay, they ran away that way. I believe it was here that I was sitting? Ah, yeah, there's the aerodrome. Okay, I'm not here. We're just going to bombard the aerodrome. So even if it's not on the minimap, you can actually hit the targets. So learning where they are in advance is a boon for your team so that you can take them out immediately. So in this case, it's the aerodrome because we're an HE boat. We don't have the ability to use armor piercing against the forts. For battleships, if you have armor piercing, you can aim at the forts ahead of time, especially if you have range, and you can start taking them out before before they appear, because you can see where they are on the map. Okay. Oh man, does that have a lot of HP. Oh, does it have a lot of HP. I see. So once you destroy the AA guns, you get a strike in so you can see where some of the enemies are. And maybe, I guess you could do more damage? Okay. That's that done. Not a rendezvous with allied ships because they will be attacked by reinforcements, and they reinforce. Okay, it is. Oh, they're already there. Hey, that's not fair. I'm not there yet. I just finished taking out the airfield. And now I have multiple coastal guns firing at me.
Ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir. Torpedo tubes destroyed.
Man, what are these guns on the coastal they are not fun.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert. Smoke generator started.
And they certainly beefed up after they were spotted.
Ship is on fire. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert. Smoke screen set.
Okay, the coloring on the map really makes it hard to hit things, especially at range. I guess using flint guns doesn't help. So this is actually pretty hard for an op. It's pretty challenging. Died twice, but you're getting a win. It's very easy to get a win. The 5-star part is really challenging, and it looks like you actually need a well-coordinated team to get the 5-star. And you really need those coastal guns down, because the coastal guns will rip apart anything that's not a battleship. They actually don't do much pen against the battleships, it seems, but for the squishier ships, they really seem to hurt a lot. And it's just another 1-star. As for the experience of these, they're about what you expect for a 1-star op. So, with that, what ships would I actually... I mean, Flint doesn't seem bad. Atlantis seems really good. Oh, what... I guess California. With that juicy broadside. Probably, yeah, because she has one of the heaviest broadsides at tier 7, would probably do well against all the other what's the gun emplacements, and then you have a spotter plane for ease of use. Here's one what I think actually Stored 43 might not Stored 43. Huron. Huron might actually be fine in here because she has a heal. You don't really need torpedoes. You really just need your guns. And you don't really need a smoke screen if you're not going in against the forts or against the aerodrome, which really, even though we destroyed it, didn't seem to do anything. So I guess don't really worry about the aerodrome in the future. Just shoot down, because the planes were still flying out even though we took out the aerodrome. Unless there was like 3 or 4 aerodromes, you'd have to actually play around some more and check. Anyways, this is just the first operation in a chain of 3 that will be going. I'm not sure if the other the other days in public test will do that, but this is a sneak preview onto what is to come. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't really like the video, thumbs down. If you want to see more content for operations, click that subscribe button. If you don't want to click that subscribe button, I can't make you because I'm not your mother. I do, however. Hope to see you again next week. Have a good one.